Alright, this video is going to teach us how to decode words that have two or more syllables. And right away, I would recommend watching this video many times to get you enough practice in learning the strategy of decoding words with two or more syllables. So I would watch it 2 or 3 times in 1 week, and maybe even more if you need to. So let's begin. Let's take this word spelled C-O-M-P-L-E-X. Okay, so how do we decode this? Well, we're going to follow our normal strategy of decoding by identifying the first vowel. So let's see. What are our first two vowels? O and an E. All right, we'll label those vowels. We'll bridge them. And, we've got a little bit of a problem here. We have 3 consonants together, M, P, and L. And how do we break that up? Well, here's the strategy. You always want to look for blends and try to keep those blends together. But look what, we've got a little bit of a problem here. MP can be a blend, and so can PL. That's also a blend. So which one do we keep together? Well, normally, we would try to keep together beginning blends. And we'll keep those as one consonant sound. So let's see if we can find a beginning blend here. Is MP a beginning blend? No, that's an ending blend. Is PL a beginning blend? Yes, that's actually a beginning blend, so we're going to keep those two letters together as one consonant blend sound. So we'll label that consonant there, and the M will be the other consonant sound, and we have a familiar pattern: vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. And we know that we can break that up right between the consonants, and so we'll do that. Now let's take a look at each syllable. All right, this is a closed syllable because the M is closing in the O, so we'll label that closed. And the second syllable, the X is closing in the E, so that is also a closed syllable. And now what we'll do is we'll read these 2 syllables separately and then blend them together. Complex. Complex. All right, that means something that's complicated. Let's try another example. Take a look at this word. T-A-N-T-R-U-M. All right. Let's take a look and identify our first 2 vowels, A and U. All right, we'll label those as vowels, bridge them together, and look again, we've got our same problem, 3 consonants together. All right, so our strategy is try to find blends and try to find actually a beginning blend to keep together. Let's see. NT is an ending blend. TR, is that a beginning blend? It sure is. So let's keep the TR together. We'll label that as one consonant sound, and we'll label the N as the other consonant. And again, we have a familiar decoding pattern. VCCV, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. So we'll break it up right between the consonants here. Let's do that. Okay. Let's look at the first syllable. The N is closing in the A, so that's closed. And the M is closing in the U. That's closed. We'll label that. And there are no other vowels in this word, so we're finished coding it. So now let's read each syllable separately, and then we'll blend them together. Tantrum. Try that again. Tantrum. Tantrum. Oh yeah, that's like when you get really, really angry. Usually a small child would throw a tantrum. Okay, let's take a look at one more example. This one's a little trickier. Disconnect. Okay. First thing we're going to do is use our normal coding strategy. So we want to identify the first two vowels. All right, we have an I and we have an O. All right, let's label those. Vowel, vowel, bridge them. All right, let's take a look at what we have in the middle. Well, there are only two consonants here, but you may have recognized that the S and the C that's a familiar beginning blend. So do we keep that together? Well, we really can't because we only have two consonants, and really these consonants aren't acting like a blend. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's label the S as a consonant and the C as a consonant. There's our familiar pattern: vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, and we know that we're going to break it up in between the consonants. Let's do that. And now you can see that the S really is living in this first syllable, and the C is living in the next syllable. They're not acting together. They're not acting as a blend together. So they live, we call that living in their own syllables. All right. The next part is we have to try to figure out if there's another syllable in this word. So what we're going to be doing is looking for the next two vowels. And we're actually going to be using the last vowel we used, and we'll call that our first vowel. And we'll see if we can connect it with another vowel. Oh, here we go, the E. So let's label that a vowel. We'll bridge those two vowels together. Take a look what's in the middle. There are only two consonants, and they're not blends. We're going to be labeling each N as a consonant with, oh, there's our familiar pattern, vowel, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel again. So we'll break it up between the consonants. Now let's take a look at each consonant. Or actually, do we have any other vowels we can connect together in a new syllable? Well, we have the E at the end, but nothing else. We just have the ending blend of CT. So we're finished breaking up our word into syllables. We have a three-syllable word. Now let's take a look at each syllable. Is it open or closed? Well, the S is closing in the I, so that's a closed syllable. The N is closing in the O, that's a closed syllable. And the CT blend is closing in the E, that's also a closed syllable. And so we have three closed syllables, and we'll read them separately and then blend them. Disconnect. Let's try that again. Disconnect. Let's try to blend them now. Disconnect. Disconnect. Oh, right. Disconnect means to break apart something. And that's an example of how to read or decode a word that has three syllables. And that's our lesson for how to decode words with two or more syllables. And again, I would highly recommend that you watch this video many times.